Music down. Well, Miss Jim, I know everybody has opinions on how Chelle is treated. So what I'm going to do is I'm gonna do a one up on this interview tonight. We're going to also open up some YouTube videos. So once we get to that significant portion of the interview, we're going to open up some YouTube videos so that we can kind of counteract what we're talking about and what we're seeing. Okay, so we can get a little bit more perspective. Okay. This is Chelle's sister from Queen Op and Chelle. Read the title. Read the title, everybody. This is Queen Op and Chelle's. This is Chelle's sister. Okay. So I'm going to be very intricate. I'm going to take my time with her, and we're going to have a conversation. And the more comfortable she is, the more information I'll be able to give you guys. But we have to make her comfortable. She doesn't want any attacks in the comments. She doesn't want the drama. It says people's panel. What do you guys see from my panel? This is Kirby. What is it? What does my title say? Because I see Queen Op and Chelle's sister. Yeah. Okay, so if anyone sees people's panel, go out and come back in. Go out and come back in and reset. All right? So do y'all understand what's going to happen? Okay, perfect, Miami. Okay. Oh, you mean her name, player? No, I'm talking about my title. Over my head, there's a title of the room that lets you know what's going to take place tonight. Okay? God bless you, too. God bless all of y'all. All right, you see it? Okay, good. So everybody, let's share the live. Let's go ahead and get this interview started. All right, and we will do that. It is 6:12.
People and allow me to use a platform. Please get the whole step. Thank you to Miss Empress.
Thank you. So I appreciate you as well for choosing me and being patient with me. And guys, before we started this interview, I actually gave her 2 days to think about it, because this is a big step for somebody that's never did a broadcast on a platform like this. So this is a big step for her to come out on a sister that she knows, that she loves, and no longer have a connection with. So I gave her 2 days to think about it. From when they reached out to me, 2 days, because I wanted to be sure this is what she wanted. Okay.
Yes. Thank you. Thank you.
Mm-hmm. Am I really lagging? Oh boy, don't start the lagging. All right, so let me make sure I'm on my Wi-Fi, y'all. Give me 1 second. Right, hold on. I'm not lagging. All right, so the person that's lagging, go out and come back in. So some of y'all phones may be okay. All right, so after we're done with the interview, of course, I'm going to allow you guys to call in on the 321-800-8445 number. Also, I will allow some of you in the boxes, okay? But remember, she's just a sister, all right? So let's not go so hard. She's not here to hate. She's here to relay her message, all right? Are we good? So let's start the interview. So everyone, welcome. Welcome to my platform. This is the lovely, you see player, but this is the lovely Kirby. She is Chelle's sister, and it's Chelle from Queen and Chelle. All right. So you guys can tell her hello if you like. I'm going to turn the music down. Okay. All right. So let's get started. So would you like me to call you player or Kirby?
You can call me Kirby. It's fine.
All right. All right. So hi, Kirby. I'm EmpressParis, and thanks again. All right. All right. So my first question is, are you the sister of Chelle?
Yes, I'm Michelle's biological sister, same mother, same father.
Okay. And are you older or are you younger?
I'm 2 years older than Michelle.
Okay. Okay. And how many brothers and sisters do you guys have?
It's 3 of us. I have a few stepsisters, and then I have a brother that was adopted into the family, older brother.
All right. So for you guys that want to know if she's saying or not, before I did the interview, I did actual receipts, and Kirby can tell you what she sent me to validate that her and Chelle is sisters. She sent me little pictures of sisters and brothers, mama, grandmama, uncles, both of them on pictures as little girls. So I do have that tangible proof that we will not show here, but just to know, you can trust me and we're solid. Okay, so this is not a storyline. This is a real bloodline right here. Okay, so you and Chelle are sisters. You have the same mother and father. It's 3 of you guys, and you're the oldest by 2 years.
Yes.
All right. So describe your childhood. Describe your childhood to me.
Coming up, I mean, we lived a pretty good childhood coming up. We were pretty good middle class family in a good area in Philadelphia. My sister was privileged to go to Catholic school. I went to private school. And then my brother, he went to Catholic school as well. Up until we graduated high school. Well, I actually didn't graduate. That's my own issue. But, you know, Michelle went all the way up until high school and Catholic school. So, yeah, we had a good... it was always pleasant in my house. My mom's house was always the house to be at because she was like, you know, always had, whether it was a Halloween party for the kid, whether it was a Christmas get-together, whether it was a block party, she was the one that was doing it all. So that was like how my family structure was. We were always tight-knit. My father would come get us on the weekends when him and my mom split. So, I mean, we were always together. We went on, you know, family vacations. Just your average, typical family thing.
Okay, so this is my question. Would you say there was any abuse in the home? Like, did dad beat on mom? Or, like, what kind of, like, was there any abuse in the home?
As far as abuse, no. With my mother and father, no. My father and my mother, they had divorced. My father had actually left a house for us, for me and my mom and all of us, all the children. So, you know, they're still actually best friends to this day. So there was no bad blood there. There was just it was their time to end their relationship. But as far as my mom, as any other woman, she went through her ins and outs of life. So, yeah, there was an incident where she had dealt with a person that was, you know, abusive, but she tried to shield that away from her eyes, so we really didn't even see that. But me being the oldest one, I was kind of, like, more aware. Like, I was more aware to it than anyone else, should I say. But, not on, like, some, like, regular, you know, nah. Mm-mm. And that's, you know, like I said, it can happen to any woman or any...
All right. So I have another question. You told us that Chelle went to Catholic school and she went on to go to college. Tell us about Chelle and her mind. Tell us about her education.
Well, educational wise, to tell you the honest to God truth with my sister, educational wise, she is smart. Like, I know everybody's like, oh, we can't believe that the way she acts. My sister is very smart. And the reason we know this is because my sister used to get tested over the years, and she had an IQ of a genius. Like, when we were in school, they would test her over and over and over, you know, just keep testing her. And she was up there. When she went away to school to Westchester, she came back. She didn't, you know, go all the way through, but she did come back and try to finish up with school, but she claims that she graduated. Yeah, she didn't graduate.
Okay. All right. Well, thank you for that fact. So now, would you say that you guys had any street knowledge? Like, I'm from the hood, right? And I grew up in the hood, and sometimes you would see guys on the corner, girls on the corner, you know, and you get to learn a little bit about the streets, you know. Do you guys feel as though you have any street knowledge?
I would say I definitely do. My family definitely does, but Michelle, I'm trying to remember to call her Michelle, but Randy is Michelle. That's what we call her. And in case I do call her Randy, because that's what I'm used to. But Michelle, she was like a shy kid. Like, she wasn't the kid that be outside all the time. Like, she wasn't into the street, so she didn't get that street mentality. Like, I know how to cut it on, cut it off. I can be, handle things business-wise, book smart, and street smarts. I can turn it on and off. She doesn't have that, I don't think, but she doesn't have that at all now. But as far as, like, the rest of my family, yeah.
Okay, tell us a little bit about Chelle's social life. Did she have boyfriends? Did she have friends? Was she on the drill team? Was she in the computer club?
Actually, she did a lot of things. She played, what's that, shot put, javelin. She used to play on the band at school. She used to be on the drill team. And that's funny that you said that. As far as boyfriend wise, she could get a man. My sister, she was like, she still can. Ain't nothing the matter with her getting no man, because the guys that I've seen her date, I'm like, okay, go ahead with your ass up, okay? I see you over there, boo boo. You know how you give them props, like, go ahead, girl. Look at him, little fine shorty dory. I see you. But yeah, she was definitely the guys and had her boyfriends and stuff like that. So I can definitely attest to that. I mean, my mom walked in on her, well, her legs wide open for guys. So that's how we knew she was in the guys. Cause yeah, we did, looking in, you wouldn't think that she was into guys. I mean, but yeah, for sure, she was definitely in the guys.
Okay, go Chelle. Let's go Chelle. Okay, so you would consider your sister straight and not into girls. You'll consider her straight.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right.
And then as far as friends and things, yeah, she had friends growing up. The schools that she went to, we went to two separate schools. Like I said, I was in private school. She was in Catholic. So our friends were totally different, of course, outside of the friends that were in our neighborhood. Like, of course, get on and things of that nature and hang out.
All right, so you're saying that your sister had some friends, and your house was the go-to house, just like young girls go hang out with the bigger sister, right?
Right.
Okay.
Of course, yeah, because I didn't want them out in the park smoking, drinking, and all that stuff. I had an apartment since I was 15. So my thing was, don't be on the streets doing this. You know what I mean? Y'all could always just come over here or whatever. At first, it was like a couple girlfriends, but then it was like the whole squad, and everybody just came over, and that was cool with me. So.
And before she met Sierra and moved on, how often did you talk to your sister?
Before then, we were together every day, pretty much, because they were always her girlfriends were always around, always. And me and my sister, we were close. We were kind of close, yeah.
So when is the last time you would say you talked to your sister?
The last time I talked to her was right before my grandma's funeral. In between the time of my grandma's funeral and the time that she came to my mother's house and stated that she was missing a package. And, a package came delivered to the house and no package never came or something like that. And supposedly it was all over the internet that we took a package or some crap and whatever. But yeah.
And how long ago?
I would say, and my grandmother passed away August 5th. So within that week or two, I had spoken with her. Because we had called her to let her know how serious things were getting, and that she really needed to come over, see her grandmother. Yeah.
How long was your grandmother sick? How long was your grandmother sick for?
Well, when they put her on hospice care, that was back in May. My grandmother was sick for a while. She was sick for years. My mom took her in and had been taking care of her. during all these years. But when they put her on hospice care, that was back in May. So I basically left my house and went to my mom's house from May up until about 3 weeks ago, to stay with my mom and help her out with my grandma on hospice because she didn't have anybody. So it was just my grandmother and I, and my mother and I taking care of my grandmother. And so she passed away. I found her that morning, and I stayed with my mom just to make sure she would be okay and not by herself.
How many visits would you say Chelle made to see grandma?
Chelle would make visits periodically. We wouldn't know when she would be coming, but like if she was expecting any kind of mail or looking for something in the mail, she'd come by. But I say that's pretty much about, like, because before she used to come by to actually see grandma, but then like later on towards like, I mean, I don't even know what I can consider later on, but I just noticed she would just start coming by just to get mail and stuff like that. But she wasn't, she would stop, speak to us for a little bit, but no longer than 20 minutes or nothing in the house with us. Like,
so okay. So you basically saying that her relationship with you guys basically dwindled down to, I'm coming over to get my mail. Hi, how's everybody doing? And I'm out. Basically.
Well, not like that, but more of a no. Because like my thing is, all right. So when she's not around, her girlfriend or whatever, the girl Sierra or whatever, my sister's a totally different person. So it's not just high and by. She's in the house and she's talking, and because she hasn't seen everybody, and who knows how long. It could be weeks, it could be months, it could be a couple weeks. I don't know, but for the most part, when she's in there, like I said, she's talking to us. She's talking, how are we, but it's not longer than a half an hour.
Okay. So I have two questions. Just to clarify for the comments, when you say girlfriend, you mean friend or you mean somebody she dates?
Like a friend, yeah. I was just speaking in girlfriend terminology. Her girlfriend is Sierra, because y'all call her something and I'm not calling her that at all. Okay,
so she's straight. So how about, how does Chelle act? Like, what does she do? Does she make jokes? Is she quirky? Does she laugh? Like, what is who Chelle is?
Yesterday was about the most funniest I've seen her in a very, very long time, because somebody told me to go check out their live to see how much she was speaking yesterday. And I looked on the live and I'm like, wow, she's really like talking like the old, Michelle's little smartness was coming out. She had a little spark a little bit. And I was just like, Well, I didn't catch all that stuff, guys. But it was just like the spunk was there or whatever and everything. And I'm like, okay, but you don't see that really like that with her any other time. And the only reason why I had shown the sock video, which a lot of people were talking about a sock video, was just to give incitement on basically how she was as a person. She was goofy. She was cherry. She was uplifting, like she was a happy person. And what's going on now, I don't know. That's not my sister. Just, you can just look at her and see that she's somewhere else. She's not her. And that's the honest to God truth.
How does that make you feel to see that that's not your sister? That is your sister, but it's not your sister.
It's frustrating. I mean, as anybody can only imagine, and not being able to do nothing about it. You know what I'm saying? Like, that is weird. Like, it's hurtful. If I should say that would be the word. It's painful. It's like wanting to go through the screen and you can't. Or there's nothing you can do.
How many times have you met Sierra or been around them together?
I met Sierra, like, all right, so when they were working at ShopRite and stuff like that, I really didn't see too much of Sierra. I just known her being her girlfriend and stuff like that. Well, her homie, should I say, because I see that other people will probably come in and think other things, but as her homie and everything like that. But afterwards, like, she would come around and only drop off her son Eric or whatever. She would be dropping him off all the time to us. Well, not to us, to Randy, to babysit. And it would be at my mom's house. And basically, my mom was telling her that she couldn't babysit there anymore. So when she told her she couldn't babysit there anymore, that's when my sister started watching him at Sierra's house. And
okay, so you're saying that Sierra, as soon as Sierra met Chelle, Sierra, which is Queen Aunt, would bring the baby to your mother's house to give to who would keep this baby?
No. When they first met, they were working. Didn't I say I'm working on? I'm doing something. I'm doing something. Is it an emergency? I'm sorry. But anyway, they met each other at ShopRite, and after they left ShopRite, my sister and Sierra, they weren't working there, so Sierra started dancing. And when she was dancing, that's when she would drop her son off to my mom's house for Randy to babysit. And when Randy was babysitting, the baby, he was very active and into a lot of things. And like I said, two wrongs don't make a right, so I'm not going to go there with kids and all that stuff like that. I'm just not, that's not I'm not doing all that. But anyway, he was very antsy, and so my mom said that it was too much and she couldn't handle that at her house every night, so my sister would have to babysit him at Sierra's house. And my sister's thing was, it was too late for her to be catching a bus to come home, so all right, cool, they would be staying, she would stay there. But then next thing you know, it was like she pretty much moved in, and I was like, me and my mom, we didn't know. It was like she never said, "Oh, I'm going to move in there," but it was just like, okay, she pretty much started packing her stuff slowly but surely, and every night taking something, taking this, and then it was like, okay, she must, when we went to go visit her over there when they first, the apartment that she was staying at.
So hold on, let me just stop. Let me ask a question. So you're saying that you think their friendship is based on the fact that Queen Aunt now has a babysitter, like someone that can take care of her baby while she goes out and work?
Yeah, that's pretty much what it was from the rip, and that, hey, that's fine and dandy. My sister's grown. If that's how she making her money, who's to tell her how, what job is best for her? And yeah, that's pretty much what that was. She was watching her son for him. Watch she go out and work.
Some say that Chelle's family is clout chasing, that you guys saw that she was blowing up and you guys basically started clout chasing off of her. Okay, so is that true? Thank you, sis.
Empress, no, that's not true at all. They've been doing this for months, over a year or some change, or I don't even know how long. With Boggle, that's the most was when they did the dog eating video, because my family, my mom, my father, they're not into social media. Like, my family, they're not really at all. Like, my mom literally had just gotten a Facebook around the time my grandmother passed away, and I was in that too. But they're just not on social media. And when that dog eating video came out and my mom was receiving that and my dad was receiving it on his work email, it was like crazy. Calls were coming in from every which and that way. Then they did a video about Muslims where they were cutting up khimars and overgarments, talking about they're not Muslim no more. And it was just degrading to the Muslim community. So people were like threatening, like it was crazy. Like they were threatening my family because of it, because they that's a religion you're threatening, you're disrespecting. It's on a whole nother level when you're dealing with somebody's religion. And my family isn't Muslim. We were Christian. And for that to be coming on to us, it was crazy. So that was where my mom and dad found out most of it, because I would try to shun them from it. You know, because and even if somebody would bring it to their attention, they didn't want to hear it. They don't like they will not talk about that type stuff. So, yeah, if we wanted clout, don't you, we would have been, I would have been came out and said something about it. And I talked to you, Miss M. I even told you, I was like, I'm not looking for that. I just want people to hear the story. Like, this is not a funny situation right here. You know what I mean? Like, I don't need clout. That's why, you know, as I stated, I don't even want a host page because it's not even about that. Like, this is no clout thing. I just want people to understand that this is real. What's going on right now, and the situation is very so much real. Okay. And if people can't see what's going on, then go ahead. I'm sorry. I don't want to go over questions.
It's okay. So when did your mom first try to confront Chelle? Thank you.
Get out. My cats. Y'all are nasty. Get out of here. I'm sorry. You said, when did my mom first try to confront her about what?
Like, Chelle, what are you doing? What's going on?
Well, basically,
I don't know, Lana down there.
We all knew that we all came at my sister basically when we seen how she got beat up. Basically, she was in Atlanta with Sierra. Sierra was dancing out in Atlanta. They started traveling around to different places, Atlanta, Florida, you know. And my sister had text messaged my father, myself, a photo of her face, and she was really lumped up all over. I mean, she was not like. Right. She was.
So you're saying that your sister texted some photos to your family, and she was all bruised. And what did she say happened?
Well, the cops told us what happened initially, and then she stated that Sierra had did it, and that she had threw her out of the house, and she didn't know where any of her belongings and stuff like that was. So, me and my father was like, you know, at this point, we're just going to get you home. We bought a train ticket, and she got the train home. Sierra was locked up for it. And we kept telling my sister, like, go press, you know, just press charges, leave the situation alone.
Hold on for 1 second. Tita Diva, I think you are admin as well. There are admins in the room. So if you guys got to go ahead and start muting, go ahead and do that. We can't have her disrespected. There are admins in the room. Hey, K. Marie. Yeah, let me get K. Marie right here. So you guys can go ahead and... Oh, K. Marie, hold on. I'm muted, K. Marie. All right. Okay, so thank you, everybody. All right, so the police told you what now?
The police basically had ran it down. I didn't call you, no. No, the police had, I guess, gave my father a rundown of what had happened or something, and then my sister got on the phone and expressed that it was Sierra, and we basically found a way where she was. We had to get all the information from the staff and all that there, because my sister didn't know anything about Atlanta, where she was and all that stuff like that. So when we figured everything out and how to get her home, we did get her home. And when we got her home, we, basically was telling her, like, you need to press charges. This isn't right, because I wanted, of course, to go after her, but I couldn't get to her, and I didn't know where the heck this girl was staying, nothing. So, long story short, they came back. My sister wound up going right back to this girl. Like, literally, we paid for a train ticket up here for her, and the minute she got out of jail, my sister went right back down to Atlanta with her. And it was like, me and my dad looking at each other like, yo, did we just pay for a ticket for somebody to just seriously, like, run back to Atlanta to the same person? So, it was kind of odd to us about that situation, but it was just like, what we supposed to do? Like, what, We didn't have an address for down there. We didn't know where she was. You understand what I'm saying? And we talking about the state now.
So how long would you say Queen Op, aka Sierra, was in jail?
She might have been in jail after she did that incident. It may have been a month. It's got to be somewhere around.
So for beating up your sister, she was there for 1 month?
She was in there for a little while. I'm not sure exactly the amount of time, but I know she was in there. She was actually in jail.
Okay. All right, so for a lot of you guys that don't know or don't watch, we will be able to pull up a YouTube video, and we basically want to show 1 or 2 instances where there is some abuse that has been caught and captured on camera. So we want you guys to be able to see that. So let me see, can I grab one up? Let's see, can I grab this? So this one is called Queen slapped Chelle on live Vigo. So apparently there's another host in that box. He came in the box to talk to them. And I guess allegedly Chelle smiled at him. And this is what took place.
Listen, I took her under my wing. I thought I'd been told you the backstory, but I'm not gonna give you the whole backstory. Make a long story short, she was a stone cold weirdo with no fucking maybe one other weirdo ass friend, cornball ass bitch. I took her under my wing. First of all, everybody at the job used to treat her like a germ. They used to talk about her, call her slow. Oh, she doing returns. She got a TSS work or whatever the fuck you call it. The little people that walk around while you work, they were saying she had that. Ain't nobody hang with her. She didn't get invited to shit. What you doing? Yo, stop playing with me. Stop playing with me. Stop playing with me. Turn this shit off. What did I do?
So, how does that make you feel, Kirby?
When I first seen it, it took me aback, and like I wanted to cry. I did cry, but like what? I don't even have the words for it. I don't even have the words for it now, because it's just like, all I can say is what comes
everything my family. Yes, or like not. I mean,
from these hands for forever.
Believe with these hands, she better back up. You better.
So that's more of a playful one there, but so that's when I first started witnessing that she hits her. When I look at the videos, I just started looking at the videos. So you guys want to see the videos? Just go on YouTube and just put in Queen Op and Chelle, and she slaps her. Okay, there's more. There's a couple there. So from what we hear, they're not together. They're not dating or anything like that. But she lives in a house, and based on what her sister says, she's only her friend because she has to babysit the baby. She babysits.
Well, it's convenient, you know. I mean, if everybody thinks about it, you know. I mean, I wouldn't say she's just a babysitter. She's everything. You look at the picture, I mean, the videos as everybody else does. Because I've been looking into, and it's like she's cooking, she's cleaning, she's everything except for the driver. If she knew how to drive, she'd be driving Miss Daisy, I guess.
So do you feel as though it's fair when they say, well, Chelle pays the bill, I'm sorry, Queen Op pays the bills, so Chelle should do everything? Do you think that's kind of fair? Do you think that's a fair statement?
I don't. Honestly, if you look at it, aren't they both getting paid? Aren't they both supposed to be splitting this Bigo check or something? Like, they both, I mean, it's both their content, so you would think that they will both be getting the money. But you ask them, we ain't going to discuss finances. We know why. That's clear. Clearly, my sister's not going to receive none of that money. My sister's not materialistic. She likes wearing ball shorts and a t-shirt, so that's cool. She don't need that. You know, she don't need no Louis and Gucci and nothing like that. Just like I'm content, I can be in my little t-shirt and lounge around, you know. But my sister ain't seeing none of that check. And
So,
you know, a lot of question, you know, well, you like you said, shit, like, no, it's not fair. It's not equal. It's not equal because you're getting a check, and but she's the laughing stock of the whole. Every little whatever y'all want to call it. If you want to call it a stunt, a skit, whatever y'all want to call it. My sister's the laughing stock of it all. Not only that, you never put yourself out there. You only put her out there, whether it's being smacked, abused, whether it's family info, whether it's her personal info. You only put her out there.
have you ever made an attempt to try and save your sister? Like, have you guys ever went and said, "Let's go"?
No. And then the reason behind that is because I know that was a lot of question that a lot of people probably had answer to. Wanted to answer to. We never. No, it would be pointless because if you think about it, my sister's grown. Number one, if we go there with anyone, they're not going to do anything but allow her, you know, they're going to ask her a couple questions, ask us a couple questions, and when I say her, I'm speaking of my sister, they're going to ask Randy a few questions, probably ask us a few questions, and Randy's smart enough to show that she's competent. So as long as you can prove to them that she's competent, they're not going to take her. And she's going to always say, "Oh, I want to be with Sierra." So, you know, she ain't going to. She can say where she wants to go. So
remember, guys,
we never tried to pull her out the house. Of course, we would love to, but we ain't gonna get nowhere with that. I mean, all that's gonna do is get the cops called on us and one of us sent to jail or something, you know? Like,
so
ain't nobody that. We got family too.
Okay, so 2 questions. What's Chelle's actual age, and does Chelle get any SSI check or anything like that?
Okay. Michelle just turned 34. She does not get any SSI. And how I would know and how I do know is because all her mail, she was never allowed to get mail sent to Sierra's house. So all her mail would be sent to my mother's house. So if she were getting some form of SSI or anything like that, it would have been coming out to my mom's house, some type of mail, anything. So she doesn't get a check. She's never gotten a check. She's never ever gotten an SSI check.
Okay, so let's go back to when your grandmother died, because we didn't cover that. When your grandmother died, did you guys give Chelle the indication that grandma had passed?
Yes. Yep.
Okay.
We called her, let her know the day of. We let her know, you know, that the Undertaker, we were waiting for the Undertaker to come. And that was pretty much it. My mom had called her to let her know that. Mm-hmm.
So when did Chelle get to the funeral? Like, when did she show up?
She never came to the funeral. To the funeral, she never came to.
The kind of like visual, the wake.
And the messed up part about it, and that's something that my sister got to deal with for the rest of her life, because she was my grandma's favorite grandchild. Like, my grandma had 4 grandchildren, and me being the oldest, my sister Michelle, my brother, and my little cousin. And my little sister was her favorite. I mean, her favorite child in the whole wide world. And that's another reason why I don't even understand how they can disrespect my grandmom so much on this app. Like, that is the most hurtfulest thing, to keep putting your grandmother's name, or allowing this girl to keep on digging your grandmom's name into the dirt and the mud, which is already down there. Like, come on, how much deeper you want her name? Like, that is so freaking disrespectful. It boggles my brain that you can allow someone to speak so disrespectfully about your damn grandma. And none of our family ain't even fully grieved yet and get past this process. And you still, like, every time I turn around, we gotta hear, oh, they over there talking about the grandmother again. Or, well, why they keep on talking about your mom? Like, don't nobody want to hear that.
It's literally only been 2 months, right?
About somebody saying, "Oh, yo, when we catch, because you know she must like we see them talk about your grandma. Why is you still letting that?" I'm like, I don't know. Like, it's sickening. It's sickening.
So what do you think about the? So what do you think about the fact that Michelle probably wanted to go, but was told that she couldn't go? Allegedly.
I mean, I say it like this. If anybody has ever been with, in an abusive relationship, an abuser can really control anything. And they can control the way you walk, the way you talk. They can control anything. And,
You think? Take your time. Take your time, baby. All right, everybody give her a moment. Please give her a moment.
I'm here. I just had to grab some tissues. But, an abuser can do all kinds of things to you. But what hurt me the most is to see my sister's face after it was all said and done. And that's, like, you can tell my sister.
How did her face look? How do you think her face has changed?
I think she looked hurt. To me, she looked hurt. She looked distraught. She just looked stressed. Like, she wasn't there. She wanted to be there, but her body wasn't there because she didn't even go to my grandma's funeral. But yet this girl was on live tormenting her the whole day that day. Tormenting the shit out of my sister. Tormenting her. Hey guys, come on! I asked you guys to chill for 1 second.
Do you love Chelle?
Oh, I swear on anything. I mean, I promise you, I love my sister with all my heart. And I know that sounds crazy as hell. Because I know y'all probably be like, well, the things that said about you and your family and you love her. Yeah, I love her. That's my sister. Like, I don't know if y'all get that. Me and her was we were brought up together in the same house, same mom and dad. Like, just because we haven't talked in years don't mean not talk, but we haven't had a bond, like a hanging out bond in years, does not mean that me and my sister did not bond and hang out before and we didn't have a relationship. And I don't love my sister. I love my sister and I'm always going to love her. I just don't want something bad to happen to her the wrong way over abuse. Like, could you imagine, God forbid, this girl accidentally hit my sister the wrong way? And then that's just the end? Then what, y'all, there's people on the internet that's laughing at this crap. And it's not funny. And the ones that be in the comments or, egging it on, they the ones giving her this ammo to keep on doing the stuff that she's doing to my sister, instead of encouraging her, like, or telling her, like, yo, sis, that shit ain't cool. And maybe even sis need help. We know that she needs some kind of help, clearly. But, I mean, the lifestyle that she's had to live, just think about it. The lifestyle she had to live, think about it. She probably went through all kinds of things. And she dealing with stuff. But that don't mean be abusive and beat down on other people, because hurt people. And I get that. But don't break my sister down, because that's what you're doing. And you're tearing her down, but you can never tear me or my family down. Just know that.
Okay, so there's several things. There are several things that some people want us to talk about. There's a pregnancy that we want to talk about. there's also a tattoo in questioning. There's a tattoo, I'm assuming, on Chelle. So a pregnancy, a tattoo, and any diseases. So if you don't mind.
So the tattoos, the first one she got was Sierra's government name across her breast, across her chest. And somebody had, mentioned it, and it was brought up that it was on the internet. So yeah, that is true. She does have it across her chest. And now she has like a red, you can barely slightly see it, but it's red writing, and it says "Clean Up" on the top over one of her eyebrows now.
What about any pregnancies? Has Chelle ever been pregnant?
My sister's never been pregnant. She, as far as I've known, she's never tried to get pregnant. So, that's pretty much that. But she's never been pregnant.
So some of the people that watch say that she has 3 tattoos. I guess the one on the chest, the one on the face, and one on the arm.
She has a number 8 on her arm with a bird in it, and she also has a teddy bear tattoo, and she has a few tattoos. So that's not the only.
She has 2? Okay.
No,
So
she has a few.
I have a question also for you. Do you feel as though your sister is in love with Queen Up? And probably, what do you think is happening here?
What I think is happening, I believe that she's just being abused. I don't think. I mean, of course, she probably cares for Queen Up and loves her in her own sickly way. But why? There's so many things, so many thoughts. But my thing is, it's just it could be anything from Stockholm syndromes to like I said, just hurt person being hurting someone else. But
now Stockholm syndrome. So we're clear. It's Stockholm syndrome is more of somebody that's like in captive. Somebody that's been like somebody that was kidnapped, and now you have them captive, and they start falling in love with the person that's holding them hostage. So if you're going to say Stockholm syndrome, do you feel as though your sister's involuntarily in captive? Do you feel as though she's...
No, not in captive.
No, not... Yeah, okay.
Okay, go ahead.
How about this? Do you feel as though she's mentally being held hostage?
Yeah, mentally. Yeah, I would say mentally. I could say that, yeah. Because honestly...
Or voluntarily captive, okay.
Yeah. Her brain's definitely not there.
How many times have you seen on video Queen Op slap your sister?
This was my maybe 3rd or 4th video I've seen. I try not to watch the videos because I can't really watch them because it's sick. It's like, I don't know if you're an adult and you can really get through one of those videos all the way, then I don't know how you can. I can't get through a whole video without it. Hey, can one of y'all give me a box, please, Celine?
So tell me about, I haven't seen it, but tell me about the dog food video that everyone is talking about.
Well, basically, she had my sister on a leash and was excuse me, can one of y'all give me one of the charger boxes? She was the dog eating video. She had my sister on a leash and was basically telling her to, I don't know, it's like dog food in a can or something on the floor. And my sister was like eating dog food, spinning around and barking. And she was telling her to sit and all kinds of little commands as if she was really a dog.
Okay, so they won't let us play the video.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
All right, you guys. I was going to play the dog food video, but it's not letting us play it. Oh, she's in underwear. Okay. All right.
Oh, okay.
So, do you have a message? Also, your sister, how's her health? How's your sister's health?
Sorry. As far as I know, I haven't heard any bad things as far as her health. When she was screaming that she had COVID and all that, that was BS. She was in touch with my family at the time, so we knew that wasn't what that was. That was a whole whatever they talk a skit and all that crazy crap. But like as far as any other health issues, she hasn't like brought it upon as her having anything like, you know, there's been no like records of her having any other issues. She don't have no damn diabetes, like, you know, she don't have none of those health issues that she's going all elaborate about. That's what
now so the fans are saying that she was in the hospital at some point though.
Right. That was when when they were saying that she had COVID, but she did not have COVID is what I'm expressing. She was in the hospital, but she did not have COVID.
So what did she have?
It wasn't COVID and it wasn't an STD or anything.
And we'll leave it at there. Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
All right.
All
right. So basically, how often does Chelle talk to your kids, her nieces and nephews?
She don't. I mean, she says hi and bye to them, you know. But my kids, they don't really speak to her because they look at her kind of funny from seeing the videos and things like that. So it's just a hi and bye thing with my kids. They're older, so they're not. They're not. Yeah.
If you got the opportunity to talk to Chelle right now, basically with how you're feeling and what has happened over the last week, what would you tell your sister?
I'll just tell her that at the end of the day, you know, she knows she's loved. And I just want her to know she's loved. And I want her to know that this is a form of abuse. Like, and we spoke about this before, even briefly when I told her, I was like, you know, if you're going to get your money online, do your thing, but don't look like a fool out here, you know? And even my father told her, don't embarrass the family, you know, name. You keep throwing our name, just don't embarrass the family. And that's all. I can't really. I just want to tell my sister I love her. I love her to death. If she wants to come home at any given time, and I mean any given time, whenever. Because my thing is, I've been in an abusive situation with a male, and I know it can be hard, regardless. But my thing to everyone watching, I just want to say this. Like, if it was a male sitting where Sierra's sitting doing the things that she's doing to my sister, it would be a whole different ball game. Like, and I'm just saying, like, let's be honest. Let's be honest. If Sierra was a man, now, put this in perspective, if Sierra was a man, we would not be sitting here talking about, oh, well, is this for skits and shits and giggles? No, we wouldn't. We would not be talking about is this for shits and giggles. This ain't for shits and fucking giggles. I'm sorry. This is fucking real. And sometimes you don't know how long or how much it will take before a person leaves their abuser. But whenever my sister is ready, I just want her to know that she can always come home. She can call it toxic, whatever she wants. But I've been on this live with y'all for I don't know how long. And as you can see, you ain't heard nothing much but my kids running back and forth, playing around, playing with nerfing each other and stuff. You know what I mean? And they could do that in this house because it's chill. But you don't see a whole bunch of people or hear a whole bunch of people in and out the house. It's quiet. It's peace. So it's the toxicity and all that stuff that anybody is talking about. Come on, man. Like, she has not only, this is my house. My mom has a house. My father has a house. I mean, she even have cousins and relatives and old friends around. even old friend, that she ain't even, this is her. I mean, it's not. I'm not gonna say it's what she wants, but it's what she wants. Because she says it clear, loud as day. She's gonna stay with that girl regardless. And my only thing is, I want to bring awareness is the fact this is abuse, and like, how I don't even know how any apps even allow all this to keep going on and on and on and on and on. Like, how in the world can an app? Trust me, it's so many people on this thing, on these apps now. But this ain't the end of it now. Like, this is the first time of it being woken all the way up, and this is why I asked you for your platform, because I wanted to wake it all the way up. And my sister's not the only person out here going through this. Like, it can be a friend, a homie that abuses you mentally and has you so mind fucked that you believe that this is where you belong and this is love and this is that, because that's all you've been fed all these years. This is all she's been fed, and what the hell? What am I supposed to do? Go there and snatch her out the house? I can't do that. What, I'm supposed to go there looking for a fight? No, I mean, come on. Nothing's going to come out of that but me being locked up. Because Sierra's going to call the cops. She's going to call the cops regardless.
So I'm going to ask the comments this, especially for the ones that keep saying she's grown. So what a lot of us is thinking, because there's a lot of women that have been abused. I was a woman that was abused, and I was grown. But I hid it. I didn't tell anyone. I hid it very, very well. I hid my tears, my sadness. I protected him. I protected him with all my might until it just showed up too bad. It was just time for me to go. So when you guys keep continuing to saying she's grown, when you've been abused and you want to be there, because remember, we're being abused, but we still want to be there. We're being smacked the hell out, but we still want to be there. After the pain goes away, we want to be there. So that could possibly be her headspace right now. Help is definitely an option. But you can't go and get a person that wants to be there and snatch them up.
You can't. There's no way possible. And that's why I was just trying to explain, like, I've been in that situation where I was in a relationship like that. So nobody could tell me, leave them alone. I had to leave it alone when I was ready, being knocked upside the head and all. But that's where I was getting at with the abuse part. Mm-hmm. Brandy is going to come too, and she's ready to come too. And hopefully, like I said, it's not too late, because it can come out to that. Like, you know what I'm saying? I got what I was explaining earlier. What if this girl gets too angry one day and hits her the wrong way? And then what? Then what excuse are you going to use? You're going to blame it on your child? Or you going to blame, like, what are you going to do?
All right, so let me just give you guys a brief cover-up for everyone that's just coming in. Okay, so this is Chelle's sister. Her name is Kirby. This is Chelle from Queen Up and Chelle, all right? She's the oldest by 2 years. So if Chelle is 34, that makes her 36. She's a mother of some beautiful kids. Chelle is a sister to her and a brother. So there's 3 kids that grew up in the house. Same mother and father. Basically, Chelle went to Catholic school, had a normal upbringing, all right? She was on a couple of extracurricular activities at school. She played in the band, so she can play an instrument. She also went to college. Chelle has been tested as being a genius. Chelle is actually a genius based on schematics and test results. All right. There was no abuse in the house. Mom didn't beat dad. They weren't really spanked. There was no molestation or anything in the house like that. So she had a normal childhood with a couple of friends. All right. She started working at a grocery store. When she went to the grocery store, that's where she met Queen Up, known as Sierra. All right. And from there, she started babysitting Sierra's son at her mom's house. And I guess the baby was a bit much. And the mom told Chelle that you could no longer babysit the baby here. And from there, that's when Chelle started slowly moving from out of her mom's house into Sierra's house to help her with the baby. And from there, the Queen Op and Chelle show was formed. And now we basically have two identities of two different women. And from what we see, allegedly, there's some abuse involved. At some point, Sierra, Queen Op, beat Chelle up. Chelle was very distraught with nowhere to go. She sent pictures over to her father and her mother. They paid for her to leave Atlanta and come where they live. All right. Sierra was in jail for about 30 days. As soon as Sierra was released from jail, Chelle left and went back to her. And from there, we see a lot of different things that's happening, taking place over the years. Alleged dog food, a lot of violence, a lot of verbally disrespecting, a lot of embarrassment, a lot of condescending, pretentious behavior. That's what we've been witnessing with our eyes. Some say it's skits, some say that it's not. Okay? So Queen Op is 30. Queen Op is 32. I don't know. All right. But again, Player is not close to Queen Op. She has met Queen Op several times, but not enough. She doesn't personally know Queen Op's family. She doesn't, she's not her friend. That's Chelle's friend. And one thing this woman does know, and also if you hear her say Randy every once in a while, that's Michelle's nickname, Randy. All right. And one thing that's her middle name. Okay. And one thing she's very upset about is when she does see videos on Queen Op smacking her sister, it hurts her and it makes her want to hurt somebody. And she loves her sister. Also, their grandmother died. Chelle did not show up for the funeral. And she was the grandmother's favorite grandchild. And Chelle does not get a check. Okay.
Just let us grieve. Leave my grandma's name out of it, please. Enough is enough. That is so disrespectful. They even post my dead grandmother on this app. That was crazy. She even allowed that girl to put my grandmother up here on this app. Pictures of show photos of that. And that how
does your mother feel about all this? Have you seen your mother break down from all this?
My mom doesn't know anything about none of this. My mom she doesn't see any of this. She doesn't, the last thing she saw was the dog eating video. And the most she'll hear is when people call her and tell her about stuff Randy's on goddamn YouTube having sex for free. Having sex in the hotel room. Yeah, oh gosh, so that's how she hears about it, but she does not watch any of the videos. Like I said, my mom just has set up a Facebook page, and I asked her not to until I helped her with it because she's not into social media, like I said. So her page was public, and people were able to access her photos. They made up a fake page over here about her that it was just craziness. And I had to go on there on her page and help her close it down. She had 600 people following her. And all she did was try to make a page so that she could talk about how she was feeling about her mother and losing her mother with her church folk. And these folks,
Did your mother ever tell you that Chelle called her and cursed her out?
I was there. I was there a few times when this all went down. The only time I wasn't there was when she started the day she called my mom, and she was, and afterwards I don't know what happened, but my mom said she basically was just stop calling me or something like that. And then they started leaving voice messages or something on my mom's phone talking about she going to change her last name to Taylor, which is Sierra's last name. And we're okay, what are we going to do? What? Okay. All right, you left a voicemail to tell her that for what? Change your name then. You got this girl brainwashing you, and the girl is making you call your mom to antagonize your mom after your mom just lost her mom. Leave my mom alone.
So after your mother had so this is right after your grandmother died. They're doing this. Oh my God.
Their storyline has been nothing but Mabel, which is my grandmother. my grandmother's name. They have been talking about Mabel. They played Bloody Mary, Mabel in the bathroom and everything. People were sending me all kinds of stuff. Yeah.
So how often do you talk to your mom?
Literally, this is terrible, huh?
How often do you talk to your mom? How often do you talk to your mother?
I talk to my mom every day. Today probably been on. I don't know. I don't think I have talked to her today, but I talk to my mom every day. Every day.
Did she miss Chelle as well? Did she say she missed Chelle? Because the picture was like.
Like I said, we would see Chelle, period, like for the little 20 minutes and all that stuff. But like after the whole funeral incident, it's just like my mom she don't know like she's still grieving. My mom's still going through it. And she didn't want the drama, it's crazy. And I know it hurts my mom. I can't imagine how my mom can feel.
Have you ever asked her?
Not recently. No, because I didn't bring it. I didn't want to bring any of the stuff up to her anymore anyway, because like I said, she was still dealing with my grandma's death. So I don't want to keep on jabbing her with that, and she's already getting phone calls every 5 minutes from my sister. Oh, well, I'm not coming to the funeral now. The night before the funeral.
Oh my God.
The night before.
Did your mother cry?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yep, she cried. She cried. That's her daughter. Mom still loves her daughter too. Don't get it wrong. We're not that type of family. We love we love family over here. We ain't like that. We are not like that at all. That's why I said the clout chasing for what? We don't need clout. That is the least of our worries. The biggest thing, and for real, my family wouldn't even want me up here on this doing this. But I want to put this out there of awareness, because they, like I said, they're not into media and social media, so they wouldn't want none of this, But like I said, that she has a mother and a father, just like I'm her sibling, and I care for her and I love her. Shit, my mom and dad do too.
Do you have a message for Queen Aunt?
I have a message for her. She better walk on her fucking eggshells, because her days are soon to come. Because there's already some things in the working and waiting for you, baby. And that's all I am going to say. That's what I'm going to say. And you better stay. She know how to move around in Philly. She know how to move around in these streets of Philly, because she definitely don't come around this way. She know how to move. So keep that energy over there. But after this, like I said all that I had to say, and I brought awareness to what I wanted to bring awareness to, that you will no longer continue to abuse my sister. I mean, you can keep on thinking it's a joke, hee ha ha, but guess what? It's a lot going on now. It is a lot being done now, girl. So you better just walk on every eggshell you can. I'm just saying. That's it. That's all. I mean, it gets no. I'm not, because I don't let the left hand know what the right hand's doing. But I'm gonna just tell you, your days are numbered, sweetheart. Your days are numbered, baby.
So when you say this side of the town, this side of Philly, what do you mean by this side of town? What do you mean?
Because she basically tries to live on the suburbs of Philly. She don't be right here around in the city where everybody else is at.
Is she welcome to the city? Is she welcome?
Literally anybody from Philly will tell you if she's somewhere where she's going to be seen, she's in and out of that joker like a smoker. Okay, but let it be But let it be the suburbs, you know, where she's living, because she's in the counties. Like she always goes out in the counties and finds housing. So she's not actually in the city with us. Because there's so many people in Philly. It's not even about me. It's not even about me. It's so many people in Philly that want her just because of this abuse thing.
Wow.
All because of this abuse. It doesn't have anything to do with the dog feeding video. It has nothing to do with nothing. It has something to do with the abuse, the stuff that she was doing to my sister. That's why she moves the way she does.
And the rapper, what's the name of the rapper that apparently she kind of got close to or did? What happened with that?
Oh, that was the girl named Rocky. She called herself, I guess she said she was clout chasing her or something. And, but I don't know what she was doing, but the girl, Rocky, was ready to rock her head off. Like, Sierra calls it clout chasing, but that girl don't play like that. She wasn't playing nor joking. This girl this girl is still probably after that girl if she sees her. You know what I mean? Like, I know I want her, but I know that, like, that girl want her ass too. That's why I'm like, she knows, she know how to move, because there's a lot of people in Philly, and she's not from Philly. That's the thing. So she don't even realize, like.
Now, I don't know how much you know about Queen Op. I don't know how much you know about Queen Op, but is she close to her family at all?
I don't know. That part I couldn't answer. That part I could not answer.
And has Queen Op ever verbally disrespected your mom?
My mom? Or her mom?
Yours.
Yeah,
I know Chelle has. I'm saying, like, verbally, the way your mom can hear her.
Yeah, she did it over the phone. It was on live.
So she did as well. Okay.
Yeah, she was on the phone disrespecting the crap out of my mom. But not to her face. Never in her face, but over the phone, yeah.
So, anything else you would like to add to this interview? A message to your sister, or?
The message to my sister would be, baby girl, abuse. Everybody, we all know that you're going through something, and ain't nobody blaming you. You'll never be to blame. Trust me. Listen. A lot of us here been through it. And I don't care how long it been going on and all that stuff, but it's time, like, whenever you ready, I don't care if it be tonight, I don't care if it's 50 years from now, I don't care if it's 15 years from now, I don't give a crap if it's 20 minutes from now. If you're ready to come home, you can come home to whomever. And you know mommy door wide open, you know daddy door open, and you know damn well mine's it.
Because I got one that's about to start right now, 4:30.
Yeah, my door is wide open. I'm gonna say this on live. If you ever want to come, even just to my house, I will go in my daughter's room and sleep in one of her bunk beds, and you can have my bedroom to make you comfortable. And I promise you that. I mean it. I love you from the bottom of my heart. And you know that. So I don't gotta express that. You already know. I love you, bro. And that's all. That's it. I love you. You got this. You got it. You got it no matter what. Seriously. That's all I wanted to say. And abuse is real. All forms of abuse is real, yo. I want her to know this. Seriously.
Kirby,
But
I know
yeah,
you got everybody moved right now.
Huh?
I said you have everybody moved right now. We're going to pray for you and we feel bad. So, yeah, it's okay, baby.
But I can't. Not right now. I'll do that when I'm off. All I ask y'all is, listen, I don't ask for nothing. Just keep my sister in your prayers, because especially after the night, me being on this live and all that, y'all already know what's going to happen. She ain't going to do nothing but abuse her more because of this happening. So, and whoever think that is funny, y'all can keep laughing. It's not funny. Y'all part of the problem. That's the issue. That's the issue. The people that's laughing is nothing funny. Y'all should really go evaluate yourselves after hearing all of that, because it could be you, it could be your sister, your brother, it could be anybody, sweetheart. And man on man abuse is just happening. Women on women abuse, man on woman, all that. Woman on man abuse is abuse, verbally, physically, mentally. It is what it is. And all I ask y'all to do is just keep my sister in prayer. I ain't asking y'all for nothing else. I ain't asking y'all for nothing. And thank you all for all the gifts. If y'all did give, I didn't want. That's not what I came here for. I came here to get that out. And just know that this needs to end on all platforms. Like, this is not cool. You gotta understand. There's kids that see this stuff. Like my son. He's old enough to see this stuff. He's a teenager. He's in high school. You know what I mean? And they're the ones that are watching this. You want to... There's nothing wrong with becoming a social influencer, if that's what you want to be, or whatever the case may be. But when you taking abuse to a different level, you can't... Like, come on, that's not the way to go. Like... And then it's not even just abuse for my sister. Pray for her son, too, because he's sitting in front of them watching all the stuff, hearing all that. Even down to the live. Yeah, I was on the interview with Ev. Yeah, I was on there, and the little boy was right there, sitting there. Like, what the heck in the world? Why you saying all the stuff out your mouth? Please pray for him, too, because he seemed like he about the only one in that damn house that got some kind of sense.
All right, so I have a question.
Be the only one.
Yeah. No, go ahead and finish. Go ahead.
I was saying that's crazy. He may be the only one that has any sense in there.
Okay, so this is my question. Do you mind if some of the viewers come up and ask you a question?
Yeah, I don't mind.
Okay, so people in the box, I know it's full. I want to delete you guys out to have you come in to make sure some of you are not just there. So here, let's see. I'm going to bring one person up. If it gets to where you're not here for a question, then I'll drop you back down, okay? All right. Hello, how are you?
Hi.
Hi.
I just wanted to know, first, I just want to commend you for being able to come on here and tell your side of the story, because it's a lot of back and forth. And I wanted to know, because a lot of us have a question like, what took so long? She's telling us that this is a storyline that they wanted to get you in on, and it didn't quite work as they planned. So what has took so long for you guys to like come forward on the internet to just, to let speak out?
Well, number one, because I was never going to, see, like I said, my family is not into
social
media.
Thank you, caller. Can I drop you now? Thank you, Rue.
Yes, thank you, Empress.
Okay. One of my cousins on my father's side happened to see my, like I always do get a message on Facebook, wherever, somewhere. And so I'm like, yeah, at first I didn't respond to it, because I was like, I don't feel like keep on going through this field telling everybody, yes, that's her, whatever. So instead, I just called her. I was like, yeah, cousin, it's her, because I didn't want her to call my dad. So I said, go, I said, yeah, that's her. She's like, I can't believe this. I've been watching this girl for a year, some change now. And I just can't believe it. I'm a whole host over there on that big old thing. And I was like, you a host over there, really? And she was like, yeah. She was like, a lot of people are waking it up about, what's going on with your, with them. Or like, she was like, I'm trying to figure it out. I said, girl, I ain't even gonna lie. It's so much stuff. Like, I said, I just want, like, people to just, like, leave my grandma the fuck alone at this point. Because that's all we kept on hearing was, at that point was, oh, they on live talking about your grandma. And I'm just like, okay, well, I mean, whatever. We ain't paying it no mind. Don't bother us that much, And, it's just like because those things don't bother. It's waking it up on a physical abuse, and then I look on this thing, and I'm like, they talk about abuse, no hurt, no doing this, no doing that. But how is Beagle allowing this on their platform or on their site if they say no abuse? If that's the first thing that pop up when I go on anybody live, they say no abuse, and then I'm like, oh, wait, nobody don't realize that that's abuse right there? Come on, bro. It does not take a rocket scientist. You can look at one video. You don't have to look at two. You don't have to look at three. You can look at 15 minutes of a video and tell that this is abuse. And whether, like...
Hi, how are you? How you doing today, ma'am?
Hello?
How you doing?
I'm fine. How you doing?
I'm doing wonderful. I wanted to commend you for the first thing is that what you're doing, I think, is beautiful. A lot of family members do not speak up about mental, physical, everything abuse because I've been through it psychologically, same way as your sister. And one thing I do want to ask you, like you say, it was nothing going on at your home, y'all growing up or anything. Is your brother, feeling the same way about how you and your mom and your father feel?
My brother, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. See, he's not looking at it from the woman's aspect of it, whether I don't know. I don't think I don't know. But I know that he would definitely be on the same tip. Like, if you want to come on home. Like, we'll come pick you up. It's whatever. But
Okay.
I don't think that we've ever had that talk. I want to say answer it right. I don't think I've ever had that talk with him.
How you doing today?
Hey.
How you guys both doing today? I'm doing pretty good. I'm blessed. So, usually when someone decides to, how can I explain it, go into a relationship of abuses because they're missing something at home, like they weren't given at home. So what would be exactly, do you feel as if you guys weren't providing for her to make her go into the situation she's in now? Yes, she loves her as a friend, but what made her go that way exactly, I would say? Like, what made her go and confide in her and become, like, so close with her? Was it because you guys weren't there for her mentally? Were you guys, like, not as supportive, like, with her mental? What would you say exactly was it?
My sister didn't have any mental issues when we were growing up. She didn't have any. No. We had a good childhood. Like I said, we had we had friends. We had an average, normal life. Like I said, she was just a shy person. That's how I would describe it. She was a shy person. She wasn't like the most outgoing person, like out there with everyone, but she was shy.
Okay, Kirby, I'm dropping you on the pop. You guys might not know you're in the box. Drop yourselves. Alrighty.
How you doing? So, my question is, so obviously, it's a whole bunch of stuff going on with abuse and stuff like that. Do you guys think that she's doing this all for the bag? Like it's like no real issues there, nothing that really is there, and she's doing it for like maybe Bigo or the money, or is this really
who are you speaking about? Who's doing it?
My Queen.
Okay. Kirby, do you think that Queen?
I'm not gonna say this.
Okay. Do you think Queen Op is doing it just for Bigo, just for the bag?
Yeah, because I've seen them have conversation. Because I just recently started watching them.
Hold on, Daddy. Right. So let her answer the question, my love.
Okay. Go ahead.
Yeah, it's definitely for the bag. It's definitely. She's been saying that's what she wanted.
Daddy, thank you. Okay.
And like she was, she's been trying to build her bag, but I mean, I guess so. I believe. Everybody that hosts on her, you make money off of it, so I would take that as a yes.
Okay. So Backstreet.
Yeah.
Okay. Also, you guys, before we are done here, so you guys know Prince Charm School starts in an hour. Tonight is Prince Charm School. A lot of you guys have probably watched Charm School in my live, but tonight is the first time that the gentlemen come out. It's Prince Charm School tonight, and they're going to read the letters that they wrote to their mothers and fathers, the people that they feel as though hurt them throughout their lives. So this is the first night of class for Prince Charm School, and they're going to come handsomely dressed with shirts and bow ties, ready for class, and their homework assignments is to write. It starts in about an hour. Is to write a letter to the person that hurt you. Some are going to write to their mothers. Some is going to write to their fathers. But you get to meet all the gentlemen that made it through the first cut. All right. So I'm bringing somebody else up. And also, if you want to vote in tonight's show, we do live polls on Twitter. Please follow at Bigo Charm School, at Bigo Charm School. And you'll be able to vote in the live polls in regards to the show. Also, if you want to see this interview, it will be on my EmpressParis page on YouTube. Okay, EmpressParis. And also for the comments and all the women and men watching, we must stand against bullying and abuse. We must stand against bullying and abuse. We will be dropping the violence hotline, 1-800-779-7233. Okay. Also, we're going to pray for Kirby and her family. We're going to pray for both of them. All right. So I'm bringing up the next person. All right, Sauce Queen. Okay. All right, you guys. Next person. How about Miss B? Hi, Miss B.
Sorry. Yes.
So everyone. Okay, go ahead.
Oh, okay. Yes, they hold on. I work with mental illness, right? And it's a 1-800 number. It's called Busbin, and you could call them, and they could go out there and talk to your sister, just without Queen around. But at this point, she got her so brainwashed. It's like she don't know. I mean, it's sad.
Yeah.
But I will put
it's messed up.
comment Empress if she want to take the number.
Please put it in the comments, and we'll repeat it. Thank you so much, Ms. B. I appreciate it.
You're welcome. Thank you.
Thank you all for supporting and lending out a helping hand for Player. But we have to remember, as young adults that are being abused, allegedly, some of us are stuck because we want to be. I was one of them that was stuck because I wanted to be. So it's a very thin line between trying to help someone and then granted if they want the help. Very thin line. And we don't pick at those people. We don't drag them and bring them down. We just hope for better days. If you can ever plant a seed in their head just to say, we love you, we want you, we yearn for your safety, then plant that seed. But you have to back up a little bit. Because when they want something that you're trying to take away from them, they will resist. And you can deeply and further lose that person. So it's just such a very delicate avenue.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm a rapper.
Hey, y'all, thanks for letting me come in. Hey, so I wanted to ask the sister if she feel the same way I feel, that Queen Op is very jealous of Chelle.
That could be. That could be. If you look at it, like I look at it, just look at the things she's done lately, over the, I guess, whatever the time. She's cut my sister's hair. She's been snatching these wigs off her hair every time she put one on her hair. And which, Sierra, I'm not doing that. Sierra, she don't have no edges. My sister has good braided hair, has edges, has a beautiful skin tone, beautiful skin complexion. You know what I mean? Like,
yes,
she doesn't need a bunch of surgeries and stuff. And my sister was always comfortable in her skin, so it could be a possibility. I mean, a big
what really made me notice that recently is your sister had dyed her hair yellow, and it was very vibrant and very pretty, and we just kept encouraging her and telling her how pretty it was. And then all of a sudden, Sierra went and dyed her hair yellow, but it looked a mess, okay, because she don't have the edges, the roots was black, and it just looks real bad. And so as soon as she dyed her hair yellow and it didn't look good, your sister has had to have a cap on her head ever since. That's what I noticed. We gave her all of those compliments about that pretty yellow hair, and as soon as we gave her those compliments, we ain't seen her hair since.
Wow.
That's what I'm saying, yeah.
Yeah, I just want y'all in the comments to see that we all noticed that. We just love that on her. She went and dyed her hair the same and wouldn't let the girls. But another thing is, I don't know if you heard Sierra talking about her past, and I don't know how much I can say on here, but it's about sexual abuse as a child. And she's saying a number of her family members have abused her. And I think your sister was loved. She was nourished. She had a mom. She had a dad. And what I really believe is that she hates your sister because she didn't have that violent sexual past. Your sister grew up just a regular old person. Just a regular old person, shy, and now she wants to beat her down because she wished she had your mama and daddy and protective siblings who loved her. The girl wasn't loved, she was raped a lot. And that's why I think she's reliving her abuse on your sister. But I'm really proud of you, big sis. I had to go to bat for my brothers and stuff, and I've had people hate me, call me haters, shut me down, family members that don't mess with me, but I stand for them, and I'm going to continue to stand for them, and I'm very proud of you, big sister.
I'm a rapper. Bless you, sister. Thank you.
And thank you, Empress. Appreciate you, Empress. Thanks, y'all.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Whew, that's a lot. What do you think about that, Kirby?
Like, I mean,
take that in for a minute. That was a lot.
Yeah. I mean, that could possibly very well be that, And I just want people to know, like,
That's definitely a good point of view. That's a very deeply rooted point of view to focus on. From the hair, from her getting compliments, from her childhood being so treacherous. I'm going to flick some of the pain on you that has been inflicted on me. That's definitely food for thought.
And that's why I keep on using that line. Hurt people. Because that's how I look at it. Is it because she's hurt and her trauma, like... Yeah.
Thank you for that, Ransom.
Yeah.
That blew everybody away. That was deep. Reese Cup.
Oh shit! Why am I up here? Hey, Kirby.
Well, I'm Reese Cup. Do you have a question before you leave?
No, I don't even know how I got up here.
Okay, so not one question for this individual before you leave. We'll drop you.
That's my best friend since kindergarten.
Oh, okay. Well, welcome. Okay. Well, look at that. That's ironic. Well, thank you, Reese. We'll drop you.
Take my break
Well, hold on. Can you give your best friend some encouraging words? It's a very emotional moment.
Some words since she put me deep to Sierra and Randy.
Okay.
And the last person that came up that was saying how Sierra is jealous of Randy because of the loving family, that's what I've been saying.
That's what you've been saying, so you can relate. But thank you, best friend since kindergarten.
Yeah.
Appreciate
Thank
you.
Love you, Kurt.
Love you more later.
All right, it's a lot of you guys in here. Whew. I don't know what to pick. How do you feel, Kirby, and how long do you want to go on with this? Do you want a few more questions, or you want to say thank you to everybody for coming out? What do you want to do at this moment? Because there's still a line of people that's waiting to talk to you.
It doesn't matter to me if they feel
as
like I comfortable.
Okay, if you're comfortable, I'll bring up Miss Yoli. Miss Yoli. All right, she wasn't ready. Oh, Miss Yoli, do you have a question? It's great. What's your question, beautiful?
Do you feel that? Let me see. How do I direct this? Do you feel that Chelle is there because she wants to be, or is she there because she's manipulated to be?
All right.
You said, do I think that she's there because she wants to be or because she manipulated to be? Yes. A little bit of both. It's a little bit of both. You gotta think about the way she's being mentally abused. Like when somebody's tearing you down, that can force you to stay because you don't know if my sister's feeling like, oh, she wants to be there to make her feel better. Whatever the case may be. But my also states all the time. I mean, she can definitely leave when she wants, and has every chance. I mean, can do it at any given time, but she doesn't want to leave. That's the difference. That's where we were in the whole abuse situation. And I mean, whether it be a woman and a man or a woman and woman, you got to be ready to go on your own terms.
Absolutely. All right, Love My Mind, you're coming up.
Hello, Empress, and hello, Kirby.
Hello,
how are you?
Good.
Hello.
Hi. I wanted to know the first time that that Sierra had beat up. Help me out, please.
Chelle, that they know of.
Okay. Chelle, the first time now, when she was supposed to go to court, what happened? How come she didn't press charges the very first time? Do you know why?
We don't know. We don't know why Michelle didn't do it. My father and I got her back to Philadelphia, and she went back to Atlanta. We tried to get my sister to press charges. She went right back to Atlanta.
I see. Okay. That's what I wanted to know about the first case.
You love my mind. And she did mention that Op was in jail for 30 days, and as soon as she got out, Chelle shot right back.
I don't know how many days per se, but I know she was in there for a while.
Okay. Well, thank you, Love My Mind. We appreciate you.
Thank you.
Did your grandmother know what was going on? Kirby, did your grandmother know what was going on?
Yeah. As a matter of fact, yeah, she knew. Because she knew about the dog eating video and everything. But that was
ever mentioned anything?
Everybody was in an uproar over it.
Yeah, we did ask that question earlier. Is Chelle in love with Op? We did ask that question. Some people said yes, they feel as though she is, but that question was asked. Okay. Kirby, let me know when you're tired because ton of people. I'm not tired because I got to do this all night. I just want to make sure you're comfortable and that it's not too much. All right, Kia.
Hey, so I just wanted to know, like, how do you feel about hearing how Chelle like talks about your kids and on live, and have your kids ever just really spoke out about how they felt about that?
I don't like. All right, so I don't know if my son's heard any of that part.
Thank you.
Like, he has never said that he heard that part, but
Hey, Empress, how you doing?
I'm a God person, so I'm not particular, and I'm not going to, at first I was ready to go there and be a big old kid and be petty, but I'm not into that. I could never. I don't care how much he speaks down on my kid or whatever. I know my kids are beautiful. I know my kids are the excellent kids that I could possibly want. So I ain't asking for nothing more. And she could say, those things don't hurt me. Those are things that were on my sister and stuff. But I know me, and I know who I am, and I know who my children are. So I don't let those things bother me at all.
Right.
That wouldn't.
Thank you. Thank you. And this is Chelle's older sister. Go ahead, Rahway. Hi, Rahway.
Hey, I liked how you did the interview. It was nice. It was fair and everything. But I want to know, how do you feel about how she? I don't know. Did nobody answer the question? Michelle got the tattoo of cream ups on her eyebrows. How you feel about that?
That's her body. That's her body. I can't feel any type of way about it. I have a male's name on my body. I'm just saying, I can't tell nobody what to do with their body.
I ain't ready yet. But I recommend you keep doing this, because I really live for this stuff, because it's a lot of people right now that's living in domestic violence, and they don't know how to leave out the domestic violence, because they do leave, something will go the other way. Like, you see so much stuff.
How do we leave though, Rahway? Like, when does that first step actually happen? When we're near death? Like, when does the first step actually happen? When we're bleeding? Like, when we're unconscious? It's so hard to determine, because remember, some people are near death and they still go back. So it's just so hard. It's sad and very, 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 very hard. It can do the self-work. You guys give me some examples on why victims stay from the comments. Give me some examples of why you think a victim would stay.
I was about to tell you my situation from last night.
Excuse me. Hold on for 1 second, Paige. Thank you so much, Rahway. I appreciate you. So there's so much scare, shelter, money. Okay, Rahway, are you done with your question, babe, or not?
No. It really a lot, because some guys don't want the female to leave or nothing like that, because they use the female for money, use the female for credit, and stuff like that. Then if they leave, they gonna want to try to kill them, because they don't want to see that person with nobody else doing the same thing they did. That's why it's so. That's why so much females now going the opposite direction, because they scared what we are men's gonna do to them and stuff like that. Like, I would never in life put my hands on a woman, because if it wasn't for no, just using for example, our mama carried us. The female are the most, how I say like it, God made us men to protect the females, not hurt the female, put them in such a dangerous situation and stuff like that.
I agree.
Well, y'all have a blessed night, and like I always tell everybody, keep God first and be blessed.
Amen, Rahway. Thank you. So you guys gave so many great examples in the comments. It could be so much, but we can't get an honest answer unless we get the opportunity to speak to Chelle on her own. We won't get an honest answer. But we do challenge Chelle. We challenge you, Chelle, to have a conversation on your own. We challenge you, Chelle, to have a non-biased conversation on your own. Can you handle that? And can that happen? We challenge you, whether it's with me, whether it's with any broadcaster, we challenge you. Okay?
Yeah, that would be good.
Yeah, that would be great. All right, go ahead, Paige.
Excellent.
Yeah, I was just saying as far as the last question or whatever, like I told you yesterday and put in the comments, like it took me 3 concussions to leave. Like it's hard. Like it's not as easy as people make it seem to just, to leave. Like it's really hard, especially the person that I was with, we were together for 4 years, but best friends for 2. So it's, and that made it super even more hard to leave. So it's just, you know what I mean? I had to go to a therapist afterwards. And then one time I had a friend tell me, like, you have to, forgive them. And I'm looking at them like, what do you mean I got to forgive them? They like, you have to forgive them to feel better. Like, because I was depressed. I went into straight depression mode. But
Took you 12 years.
Took 12. They said 12 years.
No, I'm just reading the company. So, Paige, you got a question, Princess? And we're sorry, Paige.
No,
I'm glad you got out of it.
No, you're fine. Not really. I just wanted to say that. But as far as everything, I'm here for you guys as far as the family and everything. And just keep your head up. It's gonna be okay. You already know what's up. So keep your head up. You got this.
Thank you, Paige. We appreciate it. All right. So I see there's a lot of women in the comments. Some women saying it took them 4 years, 9 years, 12 years. We take a lot. We carry a lot on our backs. We carry a lot on our backs. Tears, strife, embarrassment, pain, secrets. We are responsible for a lot. So if you put all of that with a man that's beating us down and dragging us down, it starts to show. It shows so bad in our posture and the way we speak and the way we communicate it just shows. You're a different woman, you're a different girl. And you can take a lot of that anguish out on your kids, on your friends, just on society alone. When does it start and how does it stop?
And another thing that was brought to my attention as well, that I do want to address too, that I'm sorry, because I did mean to bring that up too. There is also the fact that, my sister.
Yes, real right.
Allegedly.
That was a fair question.
But it's not only getting beat on by just Queen Op. There's a video surfacing around somewhere of Queen Op's child's father putting his hands on my sister.
No way.
That's what I heard. Just not. Yeah, I met the. Yeah, I did like that. It was just dawning on me as
okay. Someone has that link. Can y'all send that link to 321 number? And we can pull it up on. Is it on YouTube?
Yeah.
And what is happening? What do we look up? She said that there's a video of Queen Op's baby father putting hands on Chelle.
My sister. So it's not just her. It's not just her. Somebody said just type in.
Jesus Christ. So who in the room thinks that Chelle is in danger? Who thinks that Chelle is in danger? Who in the room thinks that Chelle is in danger? Thank you. Who in the room now? I'm going to switch the question. I give you guys to finish up. I give you guys time to finish up. I'm going to give you guys time to finish up because I'm going to switch the question. Okay, let me know when you're done. Now, who thinks that it's okay? These are just skits. These are just skits. These are just skits. She's okay. These are just skits. Skits. They're saying no. So in the middle of the people that saying they're skits, you got, for the people that think they're not skits, go ahead and put not skits in the middle of all these people that's saying that they're skits.
And you'll see on my sister's face when y'all watch the lives, like, because I notice on a few of them when I go and watch that she always states this is for entertainment purposes only when she about to literally get in trouble. That's the only, like, she'll literally make that known as soon as she's about to, like, this girl, like, and that sounds crazy saying a grown woman is getting in trouble by another grown woman. But, yeah.
Mm-hmm. So some people in the premium comments are saying they need to call the local authorities. So everyone is sending their suggestions in through the premium comments.
They've had all that stuff. Or they've had, because when they called, someone called them out, like not child protector. It was like adult protective services or something, because they contacted. Matter of fact, they contacted my family on multiple occasions. The day of my grandmother's funeral, my father received a call from adult protective services about my sister. The day of my grandma's funeral, while we were at the repast. But they've been out before, and basically, like I said, my sister, you know, as long as she says she wants to stay there and she's competent to them, then they're not going to take her out. All they're going to ask her is where she wants to be. Like, that's it. So we can't, you know. But like I said, that's why I told Sierra.
Wow, that's a good subject. Look at that comment. Queen never has a black eye, always Chelle. That's interesting.
And we never see any skits with with my sister smacking the crap out of Queen Eye or Sierra. Y'all call her Queen Eye. We don't never see my sister smacking the dog shit out of Sierra. We have never. We've never seen my sister come into the lab and dog trashed her Sierra's family. You know what I'm saying? Like, so the skits are always directed towards my sister. That's it, right? And my sister's the only one that, oh yeah, I'm gonna do this. I want to do it. I want to do it. Okay. Right.
So guys, we were trying to wrap up the questions, but because she's been up here for 2 hours already, so yeah. I'll bring up another one. So we're trying to wrap, because I have to get ready for charm school. The gentleman will be here soon. Go ahead, honey.
Hi. Yes. A question. I looked at on Queen Op and their stories since they've been on, and my thing is, you're right. She doesn't want to read that, but she's forced. My thing is that she can get her to the point of her being necessary. Because I heard it, and I'm
breaking up. You're breaking up.
Here.
Yeah. So you're breaking up.
Hello. Yes, and I have her, and I have heard Queen Op really, threaten her to hurt her family. That's how far it had gotten, So my thing is, she's really in a bad situation. It's really not safe.
Right. That's why I said, please just pray for it. And, because after tonight, we don't know what's going to happen once this live ends and what she'll do. Just because things, I know they were waiting to hear and see everything that's going on, but,
And she's really taking
like I said, at this point,
thank you so much, Chocolate. We appreciate you, babe.
Yes, my biggest thing, message to Sierra is just know that it's not over. This is just the beginning. This new leaf has just turned, and it's out here now. And just know the pressure is applied now, and Beagle cannot save you. This app can't save you, sweetie. It can't save you.
Well, we're saying in the comments, and I'm going to say it too, if you feel it in your heart, never give up on your sister. Never give up on your sister. And if you feel as though there's a fight that you have to fight, continue it. Like I told you before, there's a lot of people that love your sister. They love her and they are afraid for her. There's a lot of people. And I told you, those will be the people. If you ever chose to come on here to do anything, those will be the people that come here to make sure you're okay. Because the love they have for your sister, they're willing to support you until they can get Chelle to safety.
Yeah. But like I said, I thank y'all for coming here, and I just ask y'all for y'all continue prayers and support, and just don't support that stuff that is not a skit, is not an act, is not a hoax, it is not a joke. That was my main thing to get out. Like, there is no way that, like, you can be watching it and even believe that is a skit. And to the people that
so that's a good question. They said that it was X. Why do you guys care when Chelle was a nobody?
Well, the thing is, we've always cared. Like I spoke on, the reason why no one ever came up and spoke about it was because, like I said, my family, my mother and father aren't on social media like that. When my cousin had approached me in my messenger on Facebook, I initially was not going to come up and say anything. I wasn't going to say anything. But then it was just like the abuse, like that was the biggest thing. That and, these people really believe that my sister, this is skits. Like, it hurts. That was my biggest reason to even saying anything. It hurts that people really think that this is a skit when this is my sister. Just imagine you having to see your sister on live being abused.
Well, you and I talked about...
You cannot put your hands on this person that's on it.
Right, the mom on the phone. We did talk about, you and I briefly spoke about, if you were comfortable with calling your mom, or just, for us to be able to hear her just say that she loves her daughter and she misses her daughter. Do you think that's what we're reaching? Do you think we're reaching?
No, I'm gonna just mute. No, you're not reaching. No, you're not reaching. I'm gonna try to call her. Alright, well, you're the only one on the dang on. I'm like, don't say anything. Alright, I'm calling her. Let me see. Because I haven't called her all day.
Thank you.
Just trying to... Alright, I got her.
So right now, you guys, this is Chelle's sister, Chelle from Queen Op and Chelle. We gave her an exceptional interview so that she'll be able to shine some light on her relationship with her sister from childhood to now, some of the things that are hurting her in regards to her sister, some of the things she's in fear of, and she just shed a lot of light on a lot of things that's been taking place. So basically, she is now attempting to call her mom just so we can say hello and just to see if mom is up to giving us her feelings in regards to this whole thing. So we won't be able to get mom.
Yeah, she must be busy. Trying to think, I don't know. Oh, so sorry. What the heck? She must be on the other line because she literally just sent me like a quick text back. All
right, so if you guys are patient, we will attempt to say hello to mom. But if it doesn't happen, at least we made an attempt.
Mm-hmm. Hey, String Bang. One second. Have you talked, Matt? Have you talked to your grandma today? Who else? Not on my side.
Nani?
Yes.
That is cute.
Okay.
String Bang. Thank you. All right, you guys, so be patient. For all you guys just coming in, we have had an exceptional interview with Chelle's sister from Queen Op and Chelle. She basically gave us a lot of facts about her relationship with her sister from past to present. All right. We didn't go too deep into things that we didn't know about Queen Op. We kept it focused on her and Chelle and the things that she's observed and how she's feeling about it right now. So we are making an attempt presently to contact the mom, their mother. Mm-hmm. Well, I got to get ready for Charm School, you guys. Remember, we have Charm School. Prince Charm School starts tonight. The guys will be reading their letters to their mothers and fathers. It's going to be really deep. It's going to be a lot of tears. So if you're coming to Prince Charm School tonight, bring your tissue. It's going to get really deep, really, really, really deep. Really deep, really, really deep. Prince Charm School. Do you think this was an emotional night? Wait till you see Prince Charm School tonight. And it starts in 45 minutes. And also, please go follow the Twitter. It's at Vigo Charm School.
Hi, Mom. Sorry that I'm getting on your nerves. And,
okay, cool.
I knew it was something important. But no, I was just calling because I was just nothing. I was kind of like just sitting here worried about my sister, and I just wanted to talk to you about her. And just was saying, thinking about her, how much I miss her and I love her and stuff.
Let me finish off this lady at church and I'll call you back, okay?
Okay, Mommy, I love you.
All right, love you too.
Later.
Hopefully we can get her back.
Sorry.
Hopefully.
Like, give me the attention I needed right then. But she's trying to, get off the...
Yeah, and Mom did kind of sound like...
Yeah, because I called her phone 3 times back to back, and she didn't answer the first 2 times. So, I called the 3rd time. So she's like, "What the hell do you want?" So I had to, I didn't even know how to play it off. But yeah,
they
sorry.
don't play. But one thing you can't, we won't give up on our kids though. We can get over it on the cover up, but when it's time to go to bat, when it's really time to go to bat, moms don't leave our side. The mothers don't leave.
And whoever said that in the comments, she can say whatever. Those things don't hurt us, because those are the things that Sierra wants her to say to you guys to try to make a storyline. But those things, if you hear, like I said, everyone was saying, "Oh, you sound drunk," when I wasn't camped up. But when I'm camped up, I still sound the same way. It's just the way I am. I'm not. But my mom's neither of those. She's not on pills. She's not a drunk. Seriously,
But it's okay. Let them talk. It's okay. But one thing about it, I don't care how zombie a person is. I don't care how much abuse you can take. We do have that moment where we wake up. We have that moment. We have that moment of clarity. We get it. It comes. Now, we don't know if it comes in time, but it does come. We don't know when it comes, can we actually leave, but it does come. Yeah. Right. God bless you all. Thank you, Mango. Yeah, we're not blaming anybody. It's just when it's time to wake up, everybody will be woke, and that's what we're saying. Okay?
Yeah.
That's it.
And that's it. That's all, guys. Thank you so much, Aunt, for letting me get this out on your platform. I appreciate everybody, and I hope I was able to answer everybody's questions. But from here on out, you guys will not see me answering any more of these questions anymore. I will not be responding to this whole situation anymore. They can say what they want. I am not my sister. I cannot be broke. So anything that she can say about me or wants to say about me, I don't care. That it doesn't pay my bills. So, and she'll contradict herself either way. You guys will see all that stuff. So I'm not worried about it. Just keep my family and my sister and my mother and father, especially at prayer.
My page set up a little bit different. This is for entertainment purposes only, but my page set up a little bit different, y'all. Just a little bit different. So, who would like to close in prayer? That'll be beautiful. So, who would like to close in prayer? Just for Chelle's family, Chelle's sister, just for their spirit. Is Dawn here by any chance? Here she go. All right, here's my prayer warrior, y'all. We have everything set up for y'all. Y'all don't have to worry over here. We good over here. We got it together.
How are you?
Good.
I'm well. How are you?
All right. Father God, in the name of Jesus, we come before you right now, thanking you and praising you that this is the day that you have made. Lord, you said, let us rejoice and be glad in it in the name of Jesus. Lord, I lift up Kirby's sister, Chelle, and I also lift up Sierra in the name of Jesus. Lord, I decree and I declare that every abuse, every stronghold be broken right now in the name of Jesus. Lord, I speak healing, deliverance, and patient love, kindness over them right now, Father God. I ask you to order their footsteps, Father God. I ask you to forgive Sierra, for she knows not what she's doing, Father God. And we thank you that two or more are gathering, Lord, you are in the midst. Lord, I ask you to bless their family at the loss of her grandmother. In the name of Jesus, I ask you to strengthen Chelle right now. I ask you to just lead her and guide her in the name of Jesus. Lord, I ask you to continue to bless Empress for the job well done in the name of Jesus. Continue to cover her right now and bless her from the top of her head to the soles of her feet, that no weapon formed against anyone shall prosper. Lord, I ask you to bless the comments that are down below, Father God. Whatever they're going through, I ask you to cover them and strengthen them to be able to tell their story and be set free. You said who the Son sets free is free indeed. And we just thank you, Lord, that this big old platform is in such a time as this to empower us Black women to stand together and to uplift and to encourage one another. Right now, in the name of Jesus, we just thank you and we love you and we praise you and we exalt your holy name and we call it done right now in Jesus' name. Amen.
Yes, Lord.
You be blessed, Kirby. You stay encouraged. You stay encouraged. Stay encouraged.
Yes,
stay encouraged.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Don, you always come through. I love you.
I love you too.
All right. Yeah, so that concludes today's interview with Kirby. She's the sister of Chelle from Queen Op and Chelle. What we'll conclude in a few minutes is Prince Charm School. So, Kirby, if you okay, you can leave now. We appreciate you. I love you. God bless your mind, soul, and spirit. God bless your kids and your family. And I hope you find and seek happiness in all of this. I love my sisters with all my heart. I even have friends that I consider sisters, and when they're hurting, I hurt, and especially when I can't do anything about it. So we are with you. We wish you well. God bless you, my beautiful
Thank you.
Keep your head up.
Thank you so much, Mom. I appreciate you again, and
all right.
You just stay blessed.
Thank you. Thank you. All right. So Charm School will be starting. If some of the Charm School guys are here, come on up and introduce yourselves to some of the ladies, Charm School fellas. I'll let you guys come up and just chill on the thank you guys. Thank you. This will be up on YouTube, of course, on my EmpressParis platform. We are going to switch it up a little bit to Charm School. So if you guys don't know, I do have a Charm School for men and female that's on the app. Okay. They can work on my page. My page set up a little different. So y'all pray for my page, but it's set up just a little different. So we'll see. But let's go follow the YouTube right now at Ego Charm School. And also, if she is trying to do my page, just so you know, boo, I ain't got nothing against you, honey. But we just had to have a discussion. Okay, yeah, and I'm good. She can talk. I'm good. It's just a discussion. I'm good. Yeah, let her be great. We're good over here. Now, so let's get it in. Big O Charm School is about to start. Are any of the gentlemen here? Any of the gentlemen, are they here? If so, get in the box, and I would definitely bring you guys on up. So you guys don't know how to follow Charm School? Let me help you. So this is Big O Charm School, you guys. I'll be putting up polls tonight in regards to who y'all think will be expelled. So if you guys don't know about my Charm School show, it airs every week. The guys, this is their first night. They're going to write letters to their mothers and dads. Whoever hurt them as a child, they're going to write a letter. And they've had 1 week to write this letter. Okay? So they're coming in tonight. We don't care. Maybe I'm going to get you out of here, girl. They're coming in tonight. And we're going to basically see the guys interact with the comments and for your vote for the first time. Remember, the judges are the comments, all right? If you guys do want to vote on any of the polls that's created tonight during the show, of course, go to Twitter and follow at Big O Charm School. Okay? Now let's get it in. So this would be Big O's Charm School page. All right, these are the gentlemen that will be competing tonight. Right now, this was the final few that actually won your vote to start on the first season and the first episode, okay? Also, they will be dressed tonight, so they will be in shirt and bow tie. All right, they will be shirt and bow tie tonight, so it's going to be for a real treat, especially for the ladies. All right, please remember the comments are the judges. Also, you'll have the opportunity to vote on the polls live on Twitter. All right, so it's at Big O Charm School. Go ahead and follow now. A follow is appreciated, and we're going to let the games begin. I'm actually supposed to change into my white shirt and bow tie, but we'll see. So that will be that. But I can tell y'all, she don't want to go up against me on this app. Change the title to Charm School. Let's get it in. Prince. Charm School. Thank you guys. Y'all take care of me so much.